Listen closely, my friend. Before you change your life, you must answer one question. Who controls your mind? Most people believe their biggest enemy is outside them. They blame difficult people, bad luck, or painful situations. But the real battle is happening inside their own mind. Every day, two voices compete for your attention. One says, keep going. The other whispers, you're not good enough. One builds confidence. The other feeds fear. The voice you choose becomes the life you live. Your mind is like a garden. If you don't remove negative thoughts, they grow like weeds and slowly destroy every dream you plant. Fear becomes stronger when you repeat it. Courage becomes stronger when you practice it. Life will never stop testing you. Plans will fail. People will disappoint you. Problems will appear without warning. You cannot control these events, but you can always control your response. The strongest people are not fearless. They simply refuse to let fear make their decisions. They understand that emotions come and go, but every decision shapes the future. From today, stop believing every thought that enters your mind. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, is this the truth, or is it only fear speaking? That single question can change everything. The day you learn to control your thoughts is the day the world begins to lose its control over you. This is the first step toward becoming mentally unbreakable. In the next part, you will discover why your thoughts create your reality long before your actions ever do. Every great victory begins with a single thought. Before a person builds a successful life, they first build a successful mindset. Every action, every habit, and every achievement starts as an idea inside the mind. That is why your thoughts are more powerful than you realize. If you constantly tell yourself that life is unfair, your mind will search for proof. But if you choose to believe that every challenge is an opportunity to grow, your mind will begin searching for solutions instead of excuses. The world you experience is often a reflection of the story you repeat to yourself. Two people can face the same obstacle. One sees failure. The other sees a lesson. The situation is identical, but their mindset creates two completely different futures. Your brain believes what you repeat every day. Feed it fear, and it will create hesitation. Feed it confidence, and it will create courage. This is why successful people guard their thoughts carefully. They refuse to let doubt become a permanent guest in their minds. Whenever a negative thought appears, don't fight it with anger. Replace it with a stronger belief. Instead of saying, I can't do this, say, I can learn this. Instead of saying, I'm too late, remind yourself, today is the best time to begin. Remember, your future is not created by luck. It is created by the thoughts you choose to believe and the actions those thoughts inspire. Master your thoughts today, and tomorrow will begin to change. In the next part, you'll discover why trying to control everything is the fastest way to lose your inner peace. One of the biggest reasons people suffer is simple: they waste their energy trying to control things they never could. You cannot control what people think about you. You cannot control the weather, the economy, or what happened yesterday. Yet millions of people spend their lives fighting battles they were never meant to win. Imagine holding a rope tied to a heavy rock. The harder you pull, the more exhausted you become. Then one day, you realize something powerful. You can simply let go. The moment you stop chasing control over everything, your mind becomes lighter. Your energy returns, your focus becomes sharper. Ask yourself this question whenever life becomes difficult: is this within my control? If the answer is yes, take action immediately. If the answer is no, stop wasting your peace on it. This simple habit separates calm minds from restless ones. Successful people don't spend hours complaining about unfair situations. They ask, what can I do right now? Then they act without hesitation. Your thoughts, your attitude, your effort, your discipline, and your character are always under your control. These are the only things that truly shape your future. Everything else is just noise. From today, stop giving your energy to things that cannot be changed. Invest it in becoming stronger, wiser, and more disciplined. Remember, peace doesn't come from controlling the world. It comes from controlling yourself. In the next part, you'll discover why uncontrolled emotions silently destroy more dreams than failure ever could. Your emotions are powerful, but they were never meant to lead your life. Many people destroy years of hard work because of one moment of anger, 1 hour of fear, or 1 day of self-doubt. They react before they think, and later they regret the consequences. Imagine a captain sailing through a violent storm. He cannot stop the waves, but he doesn't allow them to control the ship. He stays calm, keeps his hands on the wheel, and focuses on the direction ahead. Your mind must become that captain. Anger will tell you to speak without thinking. Fear will tell you to quit before you even begin. Doubt will whisper that you're not capable. But emotions are temporary visitors. They should never become permanent decision makers. The strongest people are not those who never feel pain or fear. They simply pause before reacting. They give logic a chance to speak louder than emotion. The next time you feel overwhelmed, don't rush to respond. Take a deep breath. Wait a few moments. Ask yourself, will this decision still make sense tomorrow? That short pause can save relationships, protect opportunities, and prevent mistakes you'll never have to regret. Every time you choose patience over anger, courage over fear, and wisdom over impulse, your mind becomes stronger. Remember, anyone can react. Very few people can respond with discipline. Master your emotions, and you begin to master your life. In the next part, you'll discover why silence is often the greatest source of strength and how it can give you an advantage that words never will. In a world where everyone is trying to be heard, the strongest person is often the one who knows when to remain silent. Silence is not weakness. It is self-control. Many people believe they must respond to every insult, defend every opinion, and win every argument. But every unnecessary reaction steals a piece of your peace. The more energy you give to meaningless conflicts, the less energy you have for your purpose. Think of a mountain. Storms hit it every season. Strong winds shake the trees around it. Yet the mountain remains still. It doesn't argue with the storm. It simply stands firm. Your mind should become like that mountain. Not every criticism deserves your attention. Not every opinion deserves an answer. Sometimes, the greatest victory is walking away without saying a single word. Silence gives you something that anger never can: clarity. When you stop reacting immediately, you begin observing. You notice people's intentions. You understand situations more deeply. Most importantly, you stop allowing others to control your emotions. Every successful person protects their mental energy. They know that attention is one of the most valuable resources they have. Instead of wasting it on drama, they invest it in growth, learning, and meaningful action. From today, practice the discipline of silence. Listen more than you speak. Observe more than you judge. Think before you react. Remember, your words reveal your intelligence, but your silence reveals your wisdom. In the next part, you'll discover why true freedom is not found in comfort, but in discipline, and how daily discipline can transform an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. Most people believe freedom means doing whatever they want, whenever they want. But the truth is exactly the opposite. Real freedom is born from discipline. Without discipline, your emotions control your actions. You sleep too long, delay important work, give up when things become difficult, and spend years wondering why your life never changes. Discipline breaks that cycle. Imagine two people standing at the same starting line. One waits until he feels motivated. The other begins working, even on the days he feels tired. A few months later, their lives look completely different, not because one was more talented, but because one refused to depend on motivation. Motivation comes and goes like the weather. Discipline stays, even during the storm. Every small promise you keep to yourself makes your mind stronger. Waking up on time. Finishing what you started. Reading one more page. Taking one more step when you want to quit. These simple actions slowly build an unshakable character. Success is never created in one big moment. It is built through hundreds of small decisions that nobody sees. Ask yourself every morning, what is one difficult thing I can do today? Then do it without making excuses. Each time you choose discipline over comfort, you become stronger than the person you were yesterday. Remember, comfort feels good for a moment, but discipline changes your future forever. In the next part, you'll discover why accepting the things you cannot change is one of the greatest sources of inner peace and mental strength. One of the greatest sources of suffering is fighting reality. People spend years wishing the past had been different. They replay old mistakes, regret missed opportunities, and hold on to pain that can never be changed. But no amount of worry can rewrite yesterday. The past is a lesson, not a prison. Imagine standing in the middle of a river, trying to stop the current with your hands. The harder you fight, the more exhausted you become. The river doesn't change. Only your energy disappears. Life works the same way. There will always be things beyond your control. People will leave, unexpected problems will appear. Some doors will close no matter how hard you knock. Resisting reality only creates more frustration. Acceptance does not mean giving up. It means seeing the truth clearly and deciding to move forward instead of staying trapped in what cannot be changed. Ask yourself, can I change this situation? If the answer is yes, take action with courage. If the answer is no, release it with peace. Your strength is measured not by how much you can control, but by how calmly you face what you cannot. Every challenge carries a lesson. Every setback builds patience. Every disappointment teaches resilience. The people who become mentally unbreakable are those who stop asking, "Why did this happen to me?" and start asking, "What can this teach me?" The moment you accept reality, your mind becomes free to focus on the future instead of fighting the past. In the next part, you'll learn how to train your mind every single day so that discipline, confidence, and inner peace become your natural way of living. A strong mind is never built by accident. It is built through daily training. Just as your body becomes stronger through exercise, your mind becomes stronger through consistent practice. If you ignore it, negative thoughts will slowly take control. But if you train it every day, it will become your greatest weapon. Start each morning with intention. Before checking your phone or listening to the noise of the world, spend a few quiet minutes with yourself. Ask, what kind of person will I choose to be today? Throughout the day, pay attention to your thoughts. Whenever fear, anger, or doubt appears, don't let it take over. Observe it, take a deep breath, and remind yourself that every emotion is temporary. Your habits shape your character. Reading a few pages every day, exercising your body, practicing gratitude, and taking time to reflect may seem like small actions, but repeated daily, they create extraordinary results. Do not wait for motivation to appear. Motivation is unpredictable. Discipline is dependable. The person who keeps moving even on difficult days will always outperform the person who only works when inspired. Every evening, spend a few minutes reviewing your day. Ask yourself, what did I do well? What can I improve tomorrow? Growth begins with honest self-reflection. Remember, you are not competing with the world. You are competing with the person you were yesterday. Train your mind with patience, protect it with discipline, and feed it with wisdom. In the next part, you'll discover what it truly means to become mentally unbreakable and why nothing outside you can defeat a person who has mastered himself. The world will test you again and again. There will be days when nothing goes as planned. People will doubt you. Opportunities will disappear. Failure may visit you more than once. But none of these things have the power to break you unless you give them permission. Your greatest strength is not avoiding difficulties. It is learning how to stand back up every single time you fall. Think of a tree growing on the edge of a cliff. Every storm bends its branches. Every strong wind shakes its roots. Yet year after year, it continues to grow stronger because it never stops adapting. You must become like that tree. Do not fear failure. Fear the habit of quitting. Failure teaches lessons that success never can. Every setback reveals a weakness that can be transformed into strength. When life becomes difficult, remind yourself, this moment is training me, not defeating me. The strongest minds are built during the hardest seasons. Comfort creates dependence, but challenges create resilience. Every obstacle is an opportunity to become wiser, calmer, and more disciplined. Never measure your progress by comparing yourself with others. Compare yourself with the person you were yesterday. If you are a little stronger, a little wiser, and a little more disciplined than before, then you are already winning. Remember, an unbreakable mind is not one that never suffers. It is one that refuses to surrender. In the final part of this chapter, you'll discover how to become the true master of your mind and begin living a life guided by purpose instead of fear. Everything you've learned in this chapter leads to one final truth. Your life changes the moment you stop letting your mind control you and start controlling your mind. The world will always be unpredictable. Some days will bring success, while others will bring disappointment. You cannot choose every event that happens to you, but you can always choose the person you become because of it. Your thoughts shape your emotions. Your emotions influence your actions. Your actions build your habits, and your habits create your destiny. This is why every great transformation begins inside the mind. From this day forward, refuse to live as a victim of fear, doubt, or anger. When negative thoughts appear, observe them without obeying them. When life becomes difficult, respond with patience instead of panic. When others lose hope, become the person who remains calm. Real power is not found in money, status, or fame. Real power is waking up every morning with a clear purpose, a disciplined mind, and the courage to do what is right even when it is difficult. Remember, no one can steal your peace without your permission. No failure can define you unless you accept it. No obstacle can stop you unless you decide to stop yourself. Every sunrise is a new opportunity to become stronger than yesterday. Every challenge is another chance to train your character. Every difficult moment is preparing you for a greater future. So stand tall. Guard your thoughts. Protect your peace. Live with discipline, act with wisdom, and never allow the outside world to decide the value of your inner world. Because the person who masters his own mind has already achieved the greatest victory life can offer. The journey has only begun,